Well, there's a lot of anger in leftist land as Elizabeth Warren here even says she's angry. Warren losing it over a leaked Supreme Court draft axing the Roe versus Wade, perhaps, potentially, but it won't stop the Democrats from freaking out like, hey, it's not quite done yet, but I think it's drafted. It might come out. Oh, my God, let's start freaking out. So anger is rising.
I am angry. Angry and upset? Angry and upset and determined. The United States Congress can keep Roe versus Wade the law of the land. They just need to do it.
So Senator Elizabeth Warren choked up as she addressed protesters gathered outside the Supreme Court on Tuesday, clearly struggling to keep her emotions in check as she railed against the leaked early opinion draft that would overturn landmark abortion decision Roe versus Wade. So one reporter remarked that she had never seen Warren so worked up.
I've never seen you so angry. You seem to be...
And this is the Republicans have been working toward this day for decades, she replied, her voice still shaking.
This is what the Republicans have been working toward this day for decades.
They have been out here plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench who would accomplish something that the majority of Americans do not want.
They have been out there plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench.
So, but what's interesting to note is this sounds like she kind of calls for an insurrection on the Supreme Court in the newly released video.
Angling for decades now, and we are going to fight back.
And here's this is a lawyer from Vox. He's been around, Think Progress, all of these leftist hack sites. Ian Millhiser, who says that they're losing their mind. They got really emotional, reactive the other day. Seriously, shout out to whoever the hero was within the Supreme Court who said, fuck it, let's burn this place down, by leaking this draft out so people could freak out about it.
If Roe versus Wade gets overturned, there will be mayhem in these streets.
And it carried over. This was in Los Angeles yesterday. Rioters attacked cops, smashing windows during this protest. Group of rioters, some carrying communist flags, because why not, right? They love to make fun of the Trump rallies because one asshole, probably some Fed, brings a Confederate flag and everyone goes, "Oh my God, see, they're all just white supremacists." But, these people actually do carry the communist flags, and they're quite proud of it. But they were throwing rocks at the police and smashed squad car windows last night during unruly protests against the Supreme Court's indication that it might overturn Roe versus Wade. LAPD issued a citywide tactical alert in response to the disorder after a group of about 250 protesters became violent.
You fucking punk-ass kid! You fucking punk! Come on, you're a fucking punk! Back up!
So according to LAPD Chief Michael Moore, the protesters were ordered to disperse just after 9 p.m., but their anger only escalated. We'll finish this off with a great meme. American women when they can't murder a child in a state they don't live in. So first of all, this is just a proposal. It's a draft. Maybe it'll come. Maybe it won't. But the point is, even if this Roe versus Wade thing is overturned, it will just go to the states to decide. So it's just not going to be a federal thing. So why are all of these women just absolutely freaking out like it's the worst thing they've ever heard?
You think the global protests around George Floyd were big? You just fucking wait when you launch an attack on 50% of the American population.
But hey, people like to outrage, and then it's contagious, I guess.
If they actually do this, yeah, that would be the time where rioting would be okay. I got the pitchforks, you get the gas and the torches. Let's fucking do that shit, because you're not forcing... No.
The leftists need to rally around something. They need to get outraged and fired up for the midterms. No. So
there's only one solution to this, to all of this, because it's all interconnected. It starts with V, ends with E, and it's not vote.
Here's the big issue that they are going to fight on.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and think you just want to burn it all to the ground? And what I mean by burning it all to the ground is those old white men and the women who support them who want to tell me what to do with my body.
They seem to kind of make this a bigger deal than it is, but it's a very complicated and contentious issue, and it deserves to be, talked about, to be discussed, and hopefully it doesn't lead to any more violence or any other problems as we go forward. So, and to Elizabeth Warren, to people that are losing their minds, to people that might go rally together at the Supreme Court, gather in Washington, outrage. If a group of peaceful protesters, let's say, mistakenly walks into a building and you're not causing any troubles, I just want to say, I don't think that any of you should have to be thrown into the DC Gitmo hell without charges like they did with the January 6th protesters. I don't think that they should have the feds go into your home and arrest you in the middle of the fucking night and throw you into a DC fucking gulag like they did to the January 6th protesters. We are Americans. We don't fucking do shit like that here, even though they seem to have loved to do that to the Jan 6 people. So let's all stick together on that. Hopefully, we can find a peaceful resolution of that. Wouldn't that be great for the country moving forward? We'll see how this develops. All for now. Thanks for listening.